are back in the Movement by MK studio, and I'm so excited to be here with you today for day 28 of the Beginner Babe Challenge. You are just 2 days away from completing this challenge, and I cannot believe it. That is honestly incredible. So throughout this challenge, you've seen a couple common themes, and one of them is the biggest one of all, using movement as a form of medicine. And so today we are going to use a full body stretch to just release anything that's not serving us and to end this challenge on a good note and slow it down before we can propel it forward. So that's what today's all about. Sound good? Remember to send me that challenge calendar checked off, and if you haven't opted into the challenge, be sure to subscribe and I will send the workouts directly to your inbox. All right, you guys, I'm so excited to kick it off, and I cannot believe we're almost done. So we're gonna start at the back of your mat with your feet about shoulder width apart. You're gonna shift your hips on back and release your hands on down. We're gonna start by circling out this right arm, slowly but surely. If you need to, you can have a slight bend in your knees or even just a slight bend in the left knee. Whatever works for you, works for me. Again, like I said, today is just releasing any tension, whether it's stress, worry, anxiety, whatever it may be. Maybe you're just holding on to some extra tension this week. We are going to take a full body scan throughout this class and focus on how we feel. When you can, we're going to change it up. You're just going to be circling out this left side. Same thing here. If you need a slight bend in the right knee or both knees, go ahead and do so. When you're up to it, both hands are going to come on down to the mat. We come into that ragdoll side to side. Reach for those opposite elbows and just swing it out here. Again, slight bend in your knees, whatever you need. Breathing in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Good. We're going to release those hands in the center, walk it on out into your tabletop. Good. Once you get here, position your hands directly underneath those shoulders. Feel free to shift those hips back into circles, both ways, whatever feels good. Your circles can get a little bit bigger throughout. Your head should again not have any tension, just allow it to hang heavy. Gaze is down at the mat. As we go throughout each move together, again, think about how this feels for you and your body, and most importantly, your mind. Good. Once you're done circling it out, we're just going to shift those hips all the way back. Allow that forehead to rest down on the mat. Big deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out. We're going to walk our hands over to the right. Table stack your left hand on top. Give that shoulder a nice little stretch. Good. Same thing, walk those hands over to the left. Same thing, feel free to place that right hand on top, getting in that deep stretch. Bringing your hands back to the center as you propel yourself forward into this pretty plank. When it feels right, you're going to lower yourself down and baby cobra yourself up. Good. Squeeze those shoulder blades at the top. That's right. Lower yourself down. This time, lift yourself up. Gaze can go over to the left, and then you release it over to the right. Good. Drop it down. We got one more together here. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Same thing. Gaze over the left. Bring it over to the right. Coming back into that tabletop, shifting your hips on back before you come on forward. This time, we're going to bring that left arm through. Release that right arm forward. Think about, again, how you felt a few minutes ago versus how you feel now. I know it's the smallest things, stretching, but it truly is such a good release. Bring it on up. Drop through this right shoulder. Left arm extends, same thing. Good, bring it on up. Both arms are coming forward. Shift those hips on back. We're going to work our way into a seated position. Bringing our feet together here. Just extending down, placing a little bit of pressure with those elbows. Feel free to roll out that neck, whatever feels good. Rolling it on up, you're gonna cross your legs at the top, staying in that seated position. Release this right hand down to the mat. Left arm is gonna give us a big reach over. Good, same thing, breathing in as we meet our hands center. Exhale as we come over. You can see I have this forearm down on the mat. Maybe you lean in just a little bit. Bring it on up. Same thing, bring it across. This forearm can drop down on the right side. Bring it center as you extend both legs in front of you. Big deep breath in. Sigh it out as you reach over. Good. Rolling it on back all the way to your back. Taking a moment to drive in that right knee. Circle it on out. If you can, bring this left leg up. Position your right ankle on top of that knee or thigh. Place your hands behind, give yourself a deeper stretch here. Feel free to rock back and forth, whatever feels good. Head can stay rested on the mat. Release both feet down. Bringing this left knee in, same thing. Slight bend in the right as you bring your left leg across. Hands come behind. Feel free to rock it back and forth, circle it out. Good. Coming into a happy baby as you bring your feet in the center, bring your hands on the outside of your feet. Same thing here. Feel free to rock it back and forth, side to side. Good. Bringing both knees in, giving yourself a big hug here. Again, hips can go side to side, back and forth, really just loosening everything up. We're gonna extend both legs long. Arms are gonna come above your head or by your side, whatever position is most comfortable for you. So I mentioned that I am a big advocate for using movement as medicine, as a form of release. And that is what I want you to feel in all of my classes and any of my style of training that you come in contact with. Movement is so much more than a way to look good, and it's most important to feel good. So many times we not only neglect our bodies, but we also neglect our minds. We go through the motions in the day with tons of tasks, demands, requests, and oftentimes we forget about the number one person in our life, which is ourselves. As you sit here with your beating heart and your beautiful body, think about how you need to give back to yourself more. Think about how filling up your cup will allow you to be better in every aspect of your life. Think about tools that you can use, like stretching and movement, to feel your best. Think about how there are things in your life that you don't have control of, but with the proper mindset and the proper care towards yourself, they can become a little bit less intimidating, or you can become a little bit less fearful of those things. Again, at the end of the day, it's just about giving back to yourself and doing something that makes you feel good. So today, as we close out this practice together, I want you to think about how you can use movements and these stretches as a quick release in your day. One more big deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out through your mouth. Take a few more seconds together to set your intention for the remainder of this challenge, and think about the 30 days. Think about the 30 days that you use to empower yourself, to give back to yourself, and most importantly, to release. Roll it on up, and feel free to open up your eyes. Come into a seated position, Thank you so much for being here today, as always. Again, day 28 was all about releasing. So as we close this out, I want you to just remember that you can come back to this anytime when you just need to really slow down and get back to yourself and really recognize everything that you've done. So thank you again for being here. 2 more days. I seriously can't believe it. I'm excited for day 29 and day 30. I will see you there. As always, just send me that calendar and then I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.